Without provocation, warning, or even communication with the students, the 9 officers fired lethal weapons into the crowd, wounding 40 students. Delano Middleton, a 17-year-old Wilkerson High School student, would be pronounced dead 1/2 hour later. Later into the wee hours of the night, Samuel Hammonds and Henry Smith would also lose their fight to live. Immediately after the shooting, state authorities concocted inaccurate information and provided it to the press. They stated 5 major inaccuracies. Number 1, there was an exchange of gunfire. Authorities knew the students were unarmed. National Guardsmen standing in the vicinity of the 9 patrolmen had not been issued ammo. No exchange of gunfire happened. Number 2, that the students were charging the police lines. But what we know is that 82% of the students were shot in the back of the head, bottom of their feet, and buttocks. Number 3, that I, an outside agitator, had caused disruption and was responsible for the police taking action. Students at South Carolina State had a long and rich tradition of protest. I didn't have to teach them anything. They might have been able to teach me something. Outside agitator, I was a native South Carolinian, and I was in Orangeburg to finish my education at South Carolina State College. The bowling alley demonstrations were sponsored by the NAACP Youth Chapter, not Cleveland Sellers. There was no evidence then nor ever that I committed a crime. I was never tried for any incident on the night of February the 8th, even though the state continues to try to make people believe that my conviction was for some incident that happened on February the 8th. Number 4, there would be an investigation. There has never been a state investigation. 40 years later, there still has not been a state investigation. Number 5, a residence was firebombed. The FBI found no evidence of this. There were no homes burned. The bonfire around which the students gathered was in the middle of the highway. No structures were ever in danger. There was no communication with school administrators, nor security, nor students, that the state considered the bonfire a serious threat to person or property. The shooting of the students represents a serious miscarriage of justice. Once the press recognized that they had been duped, they made retractions. Consequently, a veil of secrecy and silence was draped over the massacre, and a state cover-up ensued. Over the last 40 years, there has never been a change in the state distortion of the fact, nor the distortion of the evidence of what happened on the night of February the 8th, 1968. There is a preponderance of evidence to refute the state's original statement. A blue ribbon committee is the only way to get to the truth. Here today, on the 40th anniversary of the Orangeburg Massacre, to remember the tragedy, to remember and honor those who have lost their lives, to renew the healing process, and to affirm our abiding faith in the power of peace and reconciliation. This will move this state and this nation to a better place. We honor our dead by fixing our minds on the everlasting concept of justice, for which they gave their lives. We raise up those who carry physical and emotional scars by reminding them that their suffering had not and will not be forgotten.
Henry Smith, Samuel Hammond, Delano Middleton, each wanted to enjoy the unlimited potential offered in America at a time and place where skin color provided limited opportunity to all Americans. The killing of these 3 young men, the wounding of 28 others, and the imprisonment of Cleveland Sellers were calamities initially lost on a nation torn by a bloody Vietnam War and the rising discontent over the Civil Rights Movement. We indeed were a nation divided by race, age, and politics in 1968. I said it 7 years ago, and I'll repeat it today. We deeply regret what happened here on the night of February 8th, 1968. The Orangeburg Massacre was a great tragedy for our state, and still today the state of South Carolina bows its head, bends its knee, and continues its journey toward reconciliation.